everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here. I'm kind of late to jump on the bandwagon here, but Joey Cardmaker is celebrating his 5,000 subscribers, and as an appreciation or a thank you to his subscribers, he has given us a free download for a book that is so awesome. So what this book is, it's called The Butterfly Emporium, and when the book is completed, he gives us all of the digitals to create this book. Many other creators have already gotten their books done, and I was kind of late to the party here, but he gives you everything to create this book, and when you get done, it will be a holder for butterflies. And he's going to release, there's 5 sections. He's going to release each section, I think, every month, a section a month. I think that's how it works. Anyways, I was going to just show you what he released already and what I have kind of cut out and figured out already, and then we'll go from there. So basically, the cover of this book, this is the cover, front cover and the back cover, and I went ahead and cut them out already. He suggested certain measurements, but I've got a little twist I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work, but his covers are, he said the cover should be 6 by 7 3/4. But he says the pages should be 5.5 by 7 3/4. I normally make my covers 6 to allow for a 5.5-inch wide page, but I always leave a little bit more at the top and the bottom. I don't make my covers exactly the height of my pages. So my covers that I cut, my cardboard, and I cut them out of a Cheez-It box, a Ziploc box, and I want to think this is some sort of a, maybe a Crispix cereal box, I'm not sure. But I cut mine, instead of making them 6 3/4, I made my covers 6 by 8. So I'll have a little 1/8 of an inch above and at the bottom of mine. My spine, however, he suggested 3 by 7 3/4. I did I cut this to be 3 1/4 instead of 3 by 8. And the reason for that is he gives you everything you need to create 5 signatures. And in those 5 signatures, he's providing you with butterfly fussy cuts to fill up those pages. But I have other butterfly digitals. So I thought, why don't I just add another signature to the back of this? And I could incorporate my other butterflies into it, and that way they're all in one place. I'm thinking that's how it's going to work. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm going to make the extra signature. Now, he said then that you use 11 by 7 3/4 pages for your signatures, and they will be folded in half. And the signatures, there will be 5. The first one will have 4 pages, the next one 3, 3, 3, and then 4. And then I put on here, possibly make the spine larger, which I'm going to do. So I changed the dimensions a little bit. So I've got my covers and my spine cut out. I've got my covers and my spine cut out. And then what I did is I had to pick a fabric to cover it, and I wanted to do black, but then I saw this fabric in my drawer, and it doesn't really match something like an Emporium, but I just loved it, so I thought I could use this fabric. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this fabric. It's got this pretty green in it. I'm going to use it. Okay. Then Joey gives you this page, okay, to cover the inside of the covers, the front and the back. Okay, so this will get cut in half. And I printed this on a cardstock. This should not, the fact that I'm enlarging the spine should not affect the front and back covers inside or outside. The only thing it's going to affect is the depth of the spine, the width of the spine, a little extra material to allow for that. Pretty much that's it. So he gives you that. Then he gives you all these cutouts here to go in your journal. There's pockets. I don't know if I wrote it. Front inside pocket, back inside pockets. I cut a lot of stuff out already, so you got pieces. He gives you these really awesome cards to put in your pockets. Here's a little extra pocket. Is this cool or what? And so we have to go through and score all these as well. And there's just all these really awesome pieces to put in your... Look at it. It's like so cool. Like a real book. It's pretty cool. Okay, so he gives us all these, and we're going to have to score our pockets and that. But these are the different... oh, and your membership card. And then this is a bookmark that he gave you. Another pocket. And this is the layout for the spine. And I will add one more. So I'll just tape this, a piece of paper on this, and add one more for my extra signature. And then this month he went ahead and gave us the butterflies for the first month. Now his butterflies, let me show you. So there's, let me see if he shows what the palette is. Yes. Okay, so each signature is going to hold a particular set of colors, okay? The first signature is warm, and in warm, he gives us petal blush, rose magenta, scarlet velvet, autumn ember, and peach bloom. And that's what he provided us with. So you get, okay, this is petal blush, are these two. Look at how pretty those are. Okay, and then this one is rose magenta. Okay, that goes in the warm. This one is scarlet velvet, and what you'll see is I outlined all of my butterflies with, excuse me, my Copic marker. I use E51, and I just outline them because I don't fussy cut, I kiss cut. Fussy cut means you go right to the edge of the butterfly. Kiss cut means you leave a little bit of white space on there. And I don't want white, I want it to be cream, because almost everything I do is cream. So cream or ivory or something, or vintage looking. So I just put this marker around everything, which I do on all of my cutouts. If you have been following me, you'll know that I do that. And then he also gave us, oh here, he also gave us autumn ember and peach bloom, and these I have already cut out. So I put them in these little envelopes. Okay, I've already cut these out. So I put them in here so they'll be ready to go. That's the peach bloom and the autumn ember. So pretty. These are like fall colors. They're so pretty. Look at this. Do you love it? And there's large, like medium and small butterflies that he provides you with. I mean, this is the most generous, honest to goodness. I've never, it's just so generous. And so I recommend that everybody go to his digitals. He's got digitals on Etsy, I believe, but these are in his Ko-fi shop. And I will try to link his Ko-fi in the description box. But for this video, I'm not going to deal with the butterflies right now, or any of these. These are all tabs that you put on pages. This card right here goes in one of the pockets, in the first pocket, to show you what colors are in the warm. These are all go at the bottom of the page. So I'm not going to deal with those right now. And or these cards, we could keep this out though. Let's see, the cards we don't want to keep out just yet. That we can keep out, that we can keep out. There's not that much scoring, so I thought I would go ahead and score, just not fold everything right now. Okay, and this is our, I keep pulling this because it's heavier. It's a 60-pound cardstock that I use to print. I keep thinking there's more than one page. And right now I'm not going to deal with these just yet, or the fabric. So what we're going to do though is put our covers together, and we're going to score these and then see how much time we have. And this would be video 1. Okay, so I'm going to get my scoreboard out. And this book is free to anyone, but hopefully if you take advantage of it, then you definitely will subscribe to Joey's channel and consider buying digitals from him. You know, look in his shop. I think, just because I think this is so generous. Okay, so right now I'm just going to follow the lines on these, and I'm going to just score. So maybe I can do it this way. Here. So if I go like this, I'm going to make a valley, and valleys get folded into a mountain. So I want this face up. And a valley is when you score it and it goes down in, it indents like this. And then it makes it easier to fold this way. Okay? Don't push so hard, Tommy. I pushed really hard there. Okay? There. I'm lining this up with my black line, which is on my 6th line. Whoops. Let's just make sure that that worked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So with the score line like that, then it makes it easy to just fold it in. And it makes your pocket. I'm going to leave it unfolded for now to put in our thing. And I'm just going to do the rest of these. Okay, I'm going to take all of these, get connected to a page in our signatures. So I'm going to put those away. This one does not. So I'm going to go ahead and, I didn't score that part. Hold on just a second. Let's score this part. Okay, so every place where we scored gets folded. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this pocket together. And I'm using my Barely Art glue. And I want this to go down first, this to go down next, and then over. And I do that because of how when you put something in the pocket, it makes a difference how you overlap this and this. To me it does. To most people it probably does not. And there's our little envelope pocket. Look, isn't that cute? Got a little specimen, so we can put numbers on this or whatever we want to do. I'm going to wait to decorate this. I think I saw a couple of creators actually stamp these up and stuff, but I'm going to wait until I have all of them and then see what I want to do. If I want to put dates or something on here. So I'm going to call this one done, and we are going to start on the covers. So, you cannot see through that fabric, but I like to make sure that I put the neutral side out because there are some fabrics that you can see through. And if you get in the habit of doing that, you won't make a mistake like I did. Okay, so we want to put these on our grid here, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm putting this on this line. I'm going to put this one on this line, and I'm going to put this one and try to put equidistance here for when it folds up. And I might not need quite that much space, but okay, and then what I do is I tape these together. I use this only because many moons ago when I used to mat my paintings, I used to use this. It's like for matting, okay, for a window mat. And so I have it left, and I had an abundance of it left. So I'm just going to use it. And we want 8 inches times 2. We need one here and one here. And this doesn't have to be exact. It's not an exact science. Okay, but somewhere right around 8. So right around there. And we need 2 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and cut 2. Again, this is linen hinging tape. You can use Tyvek. You can put Tyvek in there. I'm really not sure what other people use for their tape or whatever. Okay, and this is self-adhesive, so I can peel it off and stick it on. However, it's not comfortable for me to do that. I need to make this just a little smidge closer, I think. And I want to line up my bottoms. Yep, right here. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off the linen part from the backing maybe. If you ever saw me try to peel stickers, it's kind of fun. It's not, it's frustrating for me. It would be funny for anybody else watching, I'm sure, because I don't do a very good job. Okay, got it, Tommy, got it. Okay, so what I try to do is anchor my fingers here so I can see where I'm at. And then let's hold it here and see if we are straight, which we are not. Not exactly straight. So let's try this again. And it's because I don't have it right on a line to see. I need it to be able to bend, but I don't need a big gap in there. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this side. So I want to line up my spine with my other cover, leaving just a bit of a gap in here. And then we will struggle to get our tape apart. Ha 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 ha. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now that's our book. Okay. I'm just trimming off where it's a little long, right off the top. Okay. And then I always double tape. So I should have gotten 2 more. I don't know if I'm going to do a hidden spine or not. So I have to make that decision as well. Decisions. We want about 8. See, this stuff goes a long way. Puppies are out there watching Dateline NBC, I guess. If you can hear it, I apologize. Okay. Now I can turn it this way, which makes it a little easier because it's already connected. It's not going to go anywhere. Right? There. And there. I'm going to use my razor for this because it is a lot easier, I think, to cut if I use it. There's one. to, let's trim this off a little bit. Just hanging over just a smidgen. Okay, did I get it? Okay. Okay, so our covers are hooked together. Now we want to measure our material, but I need to take a sip of my coffee. Now is the time if you want to pad the front of your journal, you can do, now's the time to do that. And we should have enough to run it this direction. So oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I could cut it with my cutter, my roller cutter, but I like to rip it because that way I know I'm on the bias and that. So I'm going to rip about the same amount off here. And then ooh, that's perfect. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so now the next thing is I want to put this down on here. Now I need to use Fabri-Tac for that. In order to do that, I need to make sure that my Fabri-Tac, I have to do it in sections because I have to make sure that the Fabri-Tac is totally covered on here. Otherwise it seeps through. So I'm going to load it up. It just has to adhere. I mean, you don't have to soak it, but you don't want a lot of air pockets. And I use a silicone brush like this. If you flatten these strings of glue, I don't know what you call them, but if you flatten it instead of leaving them up, it won't seep through your fabric. And I don't need to go all the way to the edge because we are going to turn it under. So I want to do a good guesstimate here about where I want to put it. Okay. Oh, it's so funny because this feels cold now because it's got the acetone glue on it. I'm going to turn it over real quick and make sure that I've got it nice and flat. Okay. Now I can turn this up and I can do this part, my spine. kind of wild material for something that's supposed to be so vintage, but I love it. So it is what it is. It is what Tommy likes. And you know, it's funny because when I made my book for Louisa Heinzel's Color Pendium, I, you know, picked fabric and trim and all of that I loved, because I wanted to be able to have the book standing. Well, right now it's out on my computer because that's where I use it. This one obviously will be in here because this is where I will use it. This is a holder. That's an actual reference kind of book. But, you know, I want to appreciate it. I want to look at the book and like love it when I look at it. So it has to be fabric that I like. And I think Joey, when he did his video, he did black, I think. Oh, and the other thing that I did when I printed out my covers is I lightened them a little bit because they looked kind of dark to me. So I, when I opened up the file and I saw it looked pretty dark, I went ahead and lightened it before I printed it. So what you see here is actually lighter than the actual. I think I lightened it like 2 notches or something. So it's actually lighter than the originals. Now the butterflies I didn't touch at all. I didn't change anything in anything else, just those. Okay, so now we want to cut our corners and miter them and tuck this under. Okay, so I need my fabric scissors. And I'm leaving about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. I think if you get one of those tools, it leaves less than that, but I have a hard time tucking it under if I leave less than that. So I'm leaving right about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And I'm going to do this first. Because see, these have to get tucked in order for it to be, you know, good corners to cover. So maybe we should do this first. Let me see. And then, no, I'm going to do my ends first. That's what I normally do. Let's do it. Oh, sorry. And I didn't put glue all the way down to here because we're going to have to tuck those little edges in, okay? Oh my gosh, look at this. I love it. I love it. See how far up that goes? Oh, it goes way up to there. Okay. Okay, so now that soaked through a little bit, but it's far enough in when we put our inside inside covers on, that you won't see that. You probably wouldn't see it anyways, just basically the design of the fabric. Okay, this is where we need to be a little careful. And make sure that we get those corners tucked in. Excuse me. Now I'm going to go along and just put another row of glue up here. And in case you haven't heard me say it before, Fabri-Tac eats the snot out of your nail polish. Like, it really plays havoc on your nail polish, but I don't care. I don't care. If it really bothers you guys a lot, my nail polish with the Fabri-Tac, then just put a comment in there and I'll try to be more careful. If it doesn't bother you, great. I'm making that very light right there. Oh, we're struggling just a little bit with this corner. There we go. Oh, look at that. So basically, this will go on our front like this. Okay. And then we'll have one in the back. I think I might cut this in a little bit more. I'm not sure. And then this is what will go on our spine, which I love. But I'm thinking I might cut in just a little bit more in here so that it will show a little bit more of this fabric, because I really am loving this fabric. And I think I do want to see more. So there's our cover. Let's go ahead and cut that. Let me see where we're at. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these. Okay. You have to be very careful so I don't cut any of Joey's design off. Okay, so I want to cut like just inside that gold line, I think. Yep. See, I'm taking just a little bit off, but if I take a little bit off of either side, I could go into the lighter green. I don't know what I want to do here. Let's go just outside the gold again. Boy, I can't see that very well. When you get old, you have trouble with that. Let me see how that looks on there. Okay, I really like it, but I think I'm going to go in all the way. Don't be mad. I'm going to use Joey's Gold Line as my guide to cut. Okay, so we'll use that gold line to cut. I think I'm going to be way happier being able to see more of the fabric. And it's important that Tommy's happy. When you do your book, you can make it important that you're happy. This one, I got not very much to cut, so there and there. Okay, and then I'll do the other one too, but I want to real quick distress it, get rid of the white on there, and then we'll hold it on there and see if that's good enough. And we can take off as much as we want, but I don't want to take away from Joey's design because I think it's gorgeous. I don't mind taking a little away if it makes me happy, but I don't want to disrupt the whole thing. And okay, let's see how this looks. If this looks good, then we'll do the same to the back as well. Oh, I gotta have it this way so I can see. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so see, you can really see how pretty that is? Okay, I'm going to do it to the spine and to the back as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. So I'm going to go ahead and put, no, I better not put the cover. I was going to say I could put the front and the back cover on. I just can't put the spine on until I know whether I'm going to do a hidden spine or what. But I hate to get going and then have the, the topper on my covers is usually the very last thing that I put on. So I'm going to leave these, but I have to say I do love them cut down just a smidge. So I think I'm going to call that a video. So to recap, I go out to Joey's Ko-fi shop and download your free Butterfly Emporium. It's a fussy cut butterfly holder. And get started. He's going to release one section a month, I think, and get your covers done and get your pieces going. I need to cut out all these other butterflies, make a decision whether I'm going to do a hidden spine or not. I may do that off camera, I'm not sure. But anyways, we'll come back for video 2. We'll see how far I got, what decisions I made. But please go out and follow Joey. This is really a very kind thing that he's done to show his appreciation to his followers. So make sure you follow him and download your own Emporium book. I'm excited about it, and we'll see how far it gets us. So thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. Always, always, I appreciate you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Please leave a comment. If you haven't left a comment before, please feel free to do so and introduce yourself so I really like being familiar with the people that follow my videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.